Alright, you guys saw that this is my real account, not a demo account, and I made this in Boom and Crash. This is a real account, not a demo account. Okay, you guys can see my profit, no losses. I use small lot size. Hello, good day. This is King David again, and I'm sure you guys have seen the video I sent to you guys on my real account. Like, you guys saw it, because most persons, when I said I want to kind of explain how I made a false $20K, people were like, it's not possible. Like in Boom and Crash, it's not possible to make $20,000 at a very first, like as just starting Boom and Crash as a trader. And I'm sure you guys have seen that it's very possible to trade Boom and Crash and to make thousands of dollars from it. So most times we actually like Boom and Crash actually is just because of the fact that you can use small lot size. Not only small lot size, you can use smaller capital to trade Boom and Crash compared to Volatility and other market. Okay, so not only that, Boom and Crash seems to be a market to be predictable. Like you can actually easily predict Boom and Crash market. Okay, and most times some other external factors don't really affect Boom and Crash, such as government policy, election and other stuff, compared to currency pairs and other trades. So Boom and Crash tends to be very easy to make thousands of dollars if you have a right tools and if you are following it properly. Okay, before we start what we have for today, if this is your first time you are entering my channel, okay, can you subscribe to my channel and make sure you don't miss my videos. Why did I say you don't miss my videos? Is that I'm going to be uploading more strategies on Boom and Crash. Not only Boom and Crash, on Volatility, step index, and even currency pairs. So I will not advise you to mix my videos. So not only you watching the videos, you can then watch the videos and share to your friends. All right, okay, let's go to the point. I'm sure you guys have seen. You guys saw that. You saw the evidence I posted with this video on my real accounts. Like, it's not it's possible to make thousands of dollars in Boom and Crash. Okay, now how did I do it? Let me explain. First, I will recommend Crash 500. Okay, I will recommend Crash 500 for this strategy I'm trying to explain to you guys. You guys can always test it also in Boom 500 and Boom 1000, but I'm going to recommend Crash market. Okay, be it Crash 500 or Crash 1000. And you guys know that Crash is opposite of Boom. So anything I'm explaining now, you try to interpret it to what opposite of what of Boom. Now, the very first thing I look after is what I call power candle. Okay, I'm the one that named it power candle. Okay, it's not actually called power candle. The way I'm going to be explaining this video to you guys, this strategy is just like a layman explanation, as if I'm talking to a common man. I made mention of something last time I uploaded, that Forex is not by knowing too much of theories or grammars and everything. The main essence of Forex is to be profitable as a trader. Ability for you to know what you're doing as a Forex trader and to come to the market anytime and take what you want to take on the market and leave. If you can actually achieve that as a Forex trader, I think you should be able to forget anything called grammar. So what I'll be explaining now is just trying to explain to a layman, terms. Okay, professionally, this candle I am calling power candle may have its own special name. Like we have reversal candle, hammer candle, morning star, evening star, doji candle, and so on and so forth. Okay, which I'll be also be having videos on price action properly and volatility and many other videos. Okay, so this candle I called power candle is what I look after before I place my trade. Only this. So like I told you guys, there are many ways you can trade as a forex trader. If you're a scalper, you use strategies and you work to it. If you're a swing trader, of course you are talking of higher time frames, using price action to understand who are in control of the market, how long are they going to be in control, when should I start seeing the weakness of the buyers, or vice versa. Okay, so I look after of this candle which I call power candle. Although it may have its own professional name, probably, I don't know. Okay, but in my own simple language, I call this candle called power candle. So immediately I set this candle does not have this candle. You observe this candle, it does not have lower shadow and does not have upper shadow, unlike this one that has upper shadow. Okay, so this is the candle I'm looking after. In most cases, about 80, sorry, let me say about 97% very certain, immediately you set this candle, what comes after this candle is a sell. It's always a sell. You can always check it out and confirm that. After this candle, what comes after this candle is always what? A sell. Okay, which we'll see more examples after this candle I call power candle. In my own explanation, in my own term, what comes in is what is always said. So how do I trade it? Immediately I see this candle, no up shadow and no lower shadow, I start placing a sell. Although in some cases it may not come on time, so after like about 15 minutes in placing my sell, I would double my risk. While the other current position is still on, I probably, if I use two lot size at very first instance, my second lot size is going to be 0.6, okay, or 0.4. I will double my risk. And if after 15 minutes again does not occur, which it does not, is not always common, I will double my risk. Okay, I place a third entry. When this spike start coming in, you don't forget, please, this is H4 time frame. Only this candle enough, only this candle alone is enough to give you about 5k dollars using a proper lot size. So most times whenever I see this kind of setup, don't mind me, I would say I do go off using risk management. I'm always that confident that the next candle that comes with is sell, like it's always a sell. So I anticipate for the sell. Don't forget this H4, this is a 4 full hour candle. Imagine having a sell for a full, like having a sell for a full hours using just two lot size. Of course you know what that's going to give you. Okay, all right, so don't forget, but everybody cannot be the same when it comes to trading. What I can actually just accept, what I can actually hold my emotions. But if you're the type that your lot size, your capital is not enough, I will not advise you to use to start with a very big lot size. Of course, you cannot compare you that have $50 capital to someone that has 10k dollars or 1k dollars. Okay, it is very, very different. Okay, so you work accordingly to your what lot size. So you start placing your sell. Okay, after about a few minutes again, you double your lot size, and like that. So let's go for another opportunity. Let's check this out now. Let me delete this. Okay, so if you observe, let's check it out here. This is also what I'll call my power candle again. This is also another opportunity again that will call my power candle. You can see Okay, this is my power candle. After this candle, you can see it is sell. Okay, it is sell. See, this is 4 hours, or not 4 hours, making it what, 8 hours. Just these 8 hours on trade with just 0.2 lot size, definitely, of course, it's going to give you something you'll be smiling off after. So most times in boom and crash, you please trade with confidence, with some special candles. Okay, with confidence. When I mean with confidence, okay, in some cases it may not occur, of course, definitely. You guys all know that when it comes to trading, nothing is 100% guarantee. Yes, definitely, but it anything that can give you 90 to 95% results, I think it's quite, very nice to work with that. Unlike someone that can give you, and if it's very consistent like that. So that's that. So let's go for another opportunity again. All right, let's check it out again. This is also what I will call my power. What? My power candle again. You can see this candle, no upper shadow and no lower shadow. So most times, once I start this candle, the next my next action is to what, is to place trade of sell as you guys crash 500 or crash 1000. Okay, I place my sell, and in just a single hours I spend in market, I'm able to accumulate what I cannot get in 1 month using strategies. Of course, strategy can give you profits, but of course you should know that when it comes to price action, you make more. So that's why I said I'm going to do a video on price action, and also how to use 0.01 lot size to trade boom and crash, and also on the volatility, step index, and even currency pairs. So you need to set this candle. It's the next candle that comes after is what, is always what, a sell. As you can see, this is sell, this is sell, and definitely what, this is what, this is sell. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 times, this is about 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 16, and what, 20 hours. Imagine you placing a trade with one lot size for good 20 hours. Okay, so let's go for another opportunity. All right, let's go for the one that the sell actually is not that much. All right, so this is also, I will call my power candle. You can see I call this power my power candle because when I see this candle, anytime I see this candle, the next action I'm taking is a sell. I must make sure that the candle ended what, in a sell, and the next one I'm going to anticipate if it's going to be a buy or a sell. Okay, so most times whenever I set this candle, I start adding positions. So literally I'm just trying to explain to you how I made my first $20,000, and you guys can see the withdrawals there. That is not an editing or something like that. You guys can see the dates that truly it was made. Okay, so let's also see on opportunity again. This is also on opportunity again. This candle is what I call my power candle. Okay, and as you can see, after the candle, what comes after is what, is also a sell, and so on. So this is how I made my first $20,000. So you can always try and work, and though in some cases it might not literally go as planned, which as a forex trader you should always expect disappointment. But I would say your stop loss, if it's though I don't think I have any parts anywhere, any place where it does not occur. I don't think so. I've checked and checked and checked, because I've been using this strategy also for some years now. when you guys check the video, try and check the date, you see that it's around 2019. So of course you should know that I've been using that strategy for years and it has been working for me. So when I see that power candle, it gives me a prerequisite of what I'm to do. It gives me a foresight, okay, of what I'm expecting, even though I don't want to follow the strategy, but it gives me, okay, this is what I should do next. Okay, so these are made my first 20k doors, and I'll try and still do a video on price action. There are also strategies you can use to place boom and crash when it comes to some price action formation. Okay, I'll try and do the video on that. So don't forget, you can as well use H1 time frame to check it out. But for accuracy, like see now this is H1, you can see this is the power candle. See the power candle, and after the power candle, what this is sell. This is 1 hour and what on the hour. Okay, you can also use even M5 time frame. But this is also the power candle. This is what I'll call this is what I call the power candle. After the power candle, the next is what is always a sell. So that gives you what a prerequisite of what we're expecting. So you can also try other time frames like M30 to check it out, but accuracy comes in from higher time frame. When you see a setup from H4 and H1, you cannot compare the two. H4 analysis is quite much accurate to H1. All right, so I prefer using higher time frames. Okay, before you start using this type of strategy, you must have worked on your emotions. That's why I will do a video on how to use 0.01 lot size. With 0.01 lot size, you can lead the trade as low as possible without you trying to be scared. Because even though there will be a drawdown, what you're going to lose might not be up to 0.2 lot size. 0.2 cap. 0.2 dollars. That is 20 cents. Okay, that is on that. So if you are the type that have a very big capital, you can as well use your lot size, and also do a video on how to choose your lot size. There are ways, there are some calculations you do to choose your lot size. All right, so I think with this few explanation, at least you should be able to get something about my point on how I made my first $20. So with that, I tend to have prerequisite of what will happen. Also in Boom, it also works there. You can always check it out. In Boom, it works properly. Though I never use it on Crash. I'm a Crash trader. I trade mostly on Crash. I like Crash very properly. So I like trading Crash mostly, but it works perfectly on Crash. But you can always check it out on Boom. Okay, so that. So thank you very much for your time. I appreciate your time very much, and you can also share to your friends to help them to learn more. Like it is definitely going to add to your trading skills, and you can also check it out, try it on demo account, try to see the efficacy of it, the if it works or not. All right, thank you very much. See you next time when I'll be uploading more videos on Forex and especially Boom and Crash, and also Volatility and even currency pairs. Thank you very much. This is King David. All right.